Hey guys, how's it going? It's just after midnight, so it's early minutes of 2025. I just went in the house. I'm having a few pops, so cheers, Happy New Year. Um, yeah, I just went in the house to wish the family Happy New Year and all that stuff. So I go in there, and my daughter's really excited and give her a big hug, Happy New Year. It's all good. Give my wife a kiss, wish her a Happy New Year. She goes, great. Can I go to bed now? Okay. Then I give my son a handshake. Happy New Year, buddy. Boom. He goes, oh, 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 oh. Like I crushed his hand or something. It was just a firm man's handshake. So I came out here and I started thinking, remember when a handshake used to mean something? It was important. You could cut a deal, shake hands, and it was cut in stone, man. It meant something. It was a done deal. Not anymore. Handshake doesn't mean shit. Why? Because kids don't know what a handshake means or what it is. So I lectured my kid. I said, listen, your grandfather used to do deals for tens of thousands of dollars on a handshake. And it was a done deal. You didn't screw around with that. Nowadays, handshake is like, yeah, I'll shake your hand, but I'll bend you over and bang you up the butt in 2 seconds. It's sad. It really is. It's sad. I've only got maybe a handful of guys that if I shake their hand, it's a done deal and that's it. Old school shit, right? Anyway, enough of that. It's time to get back to work on the truck, but that'll be in the morning because, well, to be honest with you, I'm half in the bag. I've had a few beers and Happy New Year. We'll see you tomorrow. Hi guys, it is January 1st, first day of 2025. Happy New Year. Couple things before I get started. Uh, Thank you to Mr. Wesley Ray for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Thank you. Also, I was debating on whether I should leave that handshake comment in this video, and I decided to leave it in because I think it's important. Um, if you got youngsters, teach them what the handshake is, how to do it, and what it means, and I think it's important. Anyway, bunch of little things I want to get done. I've already started, actually, and I'll show you what's going on. I've also added onto the list. There's a few things that I forgot, of course. There's probably going to be more, but I'll show you what all that's about. Anyway, what I've been on is I moved my running board in. So I've got it clamped with a vice grip right now to the fender. I've got to bolt that together and then bolt that little splash pan up into the bottom of the box. So get all that done. It's a lot easier with the wheel off. And that's when I noticed that one of the things I didn't have on my list was rear fender braces. I've got to make those up. What else? There was, oh yeah, an obvious thing, install the hood and the hood latch panel. So I'm not quite ready for that yet because I want to put my horns in and stuff. So I'll put the horns in and then put the latch panel, and the hood will be almost the last thing to go on this thing actually. So yeah, so oh yes, an event window hinge pins. That's these little guys that go right in here. I had to drill it out. It was a rivet actually. Drilled it out to take it apart when I changed all the rubbers and painted, restored the whole vent window assembly. And I don't have a rivet deal that will work for this as far as a tool or even the rivet itself. And I've also got to paint and install the exterior molding here. It's in primer right now, but I'll probably paint those when I get my tailgate. Paint them at the same time. But anyway, yeah. So those are the things that I had to add to my list. Not devastating or anything like that, but all little things that need to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and secure my fender running boards, the splash apron, all that stuff. Then I'm going to go ahead and make the rear fender braces. You don't want the back flapping around in the wind, especially fiberglass fenders. You want them to be sturdy. You don't want them moving around. Anyway, that's where I'm at. All right. Put my eyes on. Oh. No, and yesterday's video, I put it out kind of as a vote for the front bumper bolts, whether to go stainless or painted. A lot of response. It's pretty much split down the middle, 50-50. Either way will please half the group. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to wait till the end of the day before I do the final count. If it's still really close, I'll make a decision based on how much time it'll take, which means I'll probably be leaning towards stainless because it's just buy them and swap them out, as opposed to regular ones where I'll have to prime them, paint them, clear coat them, let them dry a couple days. In the interest of moving this thing along at a faster rate, I might just go with the stainless. Oh, I need a bigger bit. Tell you, man, all these little things will drive you crazy. Still too small. Yeah. Man, that's a tight spot. Come on, get in there. Really? Gotta get eyeballs on it. Oh, come on. Something so simple. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on. Finally. I think I was engineering a space shuttle or something. Put in a freaking bolt. You rat. Beauty. All right, I just want to get a couple of self-tappers into that splash apron, up into the box, and we'll call the side done. Oh man. All right, so this is what was giving me a hard time. I was bolting in this way, and it's pretty tight in here. My fat stubby little fingers there weren't operating too well in that area. I ended up putting a second one in here as well, just to bring everything together nicely, and then a couple of self tappers up into the splash apron. So that's all done. One thing I do have to do, I've got to adjust my bumper just a touch. This side's got to come out just a little bit, and this side's got to go in just a little bit. So it's just 2 bolts on each side. So I'll take care of that, and I think I'll get started on fender braces so I can get my wheels back on and get this thing rolling again. Yeah, I'll pick up some pipe for that. Okay, so for the fender braces, I've got a couple 100 miles of this 1/2-inch pipe. It was part of a railing system on a deck that I tore down and rebuilt, and I kept all the pipe. So there's about 200-300 of these lengths of all around 30 inches long. So I cut it to the length I need, which I figured to be at 13 inches. And then I marked 3/4 of an inch from each end. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to crush the ends in a vise, just round it over, drill a hole, bend them to whatever angle I need, and that'll be braced. It'll be up against the frame and at the bottom of the fender, like so. So it'll sit like that. Plenty solid, cheap and easy, and quick to make. So I'm going to go ahead and make them up. I'll show you what they look like, and I'll have to paint them before I put them on. All right, so that's how it's going to go in, just like so. Piece of cake. So I just got to drill a hole in each end, paint them black, and we'll call it done. Actually, that needs to go down here. Yeah, okay, so I got to change my angle a little bit on that one up there. Just make it a little bit, bring it in a bit more, and we'll be good. Right on. Piece of cake. Simple, simple, cheap, cheap. Just the way I like it. So there you go. That's how a whole bunch of little things can just eat up a whole day. Just dicking around, you know. But they're all things that have to get done. Now they're crossed off the list, and that's good. That's what I want. You know, if you cross it off the list and it's not 100% finished, well, you're kind of jumping the gun a little bit, and I'm guilty of that all the time. So I just want to make sure that these things are dialed in and done. So the bumper's been adjusted. All I've got to do is swap out the bolts now. Hopefully I can get them tomorrow. Fender I'm done with. I just got to bolt in the fender braces once the paint is done and dry. Yeah, so that's a couple of items off the list anyway. Next, I guess I've got to tackle. Well, there's not a whole bunch of stuff left on the outside of this thing. I can get the mirror and the windshield center trim on. I'm getting a parts order in tomorrow. It's not coming in. I'm making the order tomorrow, so I should have it probably Monday, Tuesday next week. That'll help me finish off all the rest of the stuff. That'll be the big job, getting the doors off and putting the rubbers on and all that stuff. But whatever, it's part of the deal. It's got to be done. So if you like the content, please subscribe. Like the video. That's always good. Share it with your buddies. That's also good. And if you feel so inclined, you can go beside the share button. There's a little circle with 3 dots in it. Press that menu, and you can go up to the thanks line, and that's where you can buy Old Dan a coffee. And any support be greatly appreciated. Yeah, so we're moving along. Kind of sluggish today. I was up a little bit too late last night. Friggin' New Year's Eve. I'm too old for that crap. Anyway, yeah. So if you're not doing anything, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.